Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who have never seen me before, hello, my name is Jess and welcome guys. Today is going to be a reading vlog. All right guys, so today, like I said, is going to be a reading vlog. I have a crap ton of stuff to do today, including this. I am currently drinking my second cup of coffee, so I'm a little wired. I apologize for that, but it is for good reason. I stayed up till 2:30, 3 a.m. last night. I did a reading sprint with Mel Reads, and that was super beneficial. So for those of you who don't know, I think I've put this on like Twitter and Instagram, I believe. I am currently reading Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. This is what the cover looks like. It is just a simple paperback. I am currently enjoying this book a lot. I've definitely been in the mood for like a murder mystery, and this is just literally hitting the spot. And to be quite honest, so this week I'm gonna put you down on some paper towel rolls, you guys. To be quite honest, this week has been kind of hectic with work, and so it's literally just been back to back to back to back. So I haven't had some breathing room to just read, especially like during my lunchtime and during breaks. So, and when I get off at 5 p.m. I don't feel like reading, so I could barely read, you know, like 5 or 10 pages at night, and then I just call it quits and want to do something else, like watch Twitch, The Sims 4 guys. That's what I've been doing, to be honest. So last night was super beneficial. With the reading sprint, I got over 100 pages of reading done. So that was an accomplishment in and of itself, but I do have a couple hundred pages more to read off of Dark Places, which that's my main primary goal for today. After I'm done with Dark Places, I do want to get into a couple other books. So we have some housekeeping items during this video, you guys. So I know that I released my May TBR list, I think a couple of weeks ago. However, some things have changed on that. So a couple of the books that I had, I think it was 4 in total, I had to replace for mildew and mold reasons. I went to Half Price Books and Barnes & Noble this past weekend. I got a couple bucks back from Half Price on some, and then they ended up trying to donate a few others. They said that they were gonna clean them. So I don't have a couple of those books, and instead of just leaving my May TBR list at 4 books, I mean, I feel like that's unacceptable for this month. I am going to replace them with brand new books that I bought. So I am going to do a book haul. I do have to film that. I think I'm gonna do it today or tomorrow, probably today. And I'm super excited, you guys. So you are going to see the books that I bought. However, for this vlog, I don't think I'm gonna show you the books that I'm gonna read, because then it kind of spoils the fun of the book haul itself. But just know that I am replacing 4 books. I am also reading The Origin by Dan Brown. It's the audiobook version. I am currently loving it. That was kind of an unexpected read that's been happening the past couple of days. It was available and I grabbed it because I love Dan Brown's books and I haven't read one of his books in a few years, and so I decided that now is the time. So I'm reading that. I'm reading Dark Places. I don't really have like a time frame of finishing Origin, but I do want to finish Dark Places today. That way I can start, like I said, on other books. So I'm super excited about that. More to come. You'll get to see kind of like the next books that I'm gonna do in this reading vlog. I think I want to do Spin the Wheel. I found like a random, you know, generator online. It's the wheel version. So I think once I'm finished with Dark Places, instead of me picking the book that I'm gonna read, I'm gonna have the wheel pick what I'm gonna read. And so that's super exciting. I just want to keep it a little interesting, a little mysterious. So yes, so that's what I have to do today. I do have a couple other videos actually that I plan on filming today. So the month of May for me personally is kind of busy. So if you did not know from previous videos, I am getting married in July. So a lot is happening, and my bachelorette is this month. I think my mom might be coming in this month for my dress. It's just a lot. So I'm trying to be proactive and plan out videos for you guys before things just get a little hectic. So this weekend is pretty much my only weekend that I have ample free time to film and to update just Twitter and social media. It's just a lot, you guys. So that is also happening this weekend. So I'm going to put you down here. You are currently sitting on a book. Oh, also, if you're interested in what I'm wearing, this shirt is from Nordstrom. Forget what brand, but it is from Nordstrom. And then the shorts are American Eagle. And I'm not wearing any jewelry or anything really for sandals, just Walmart sandals. check-in. I've been doing the reading sprint since the last time I spoke to you, so it's been a couple of hours, and I am more than halfway done with Dark Places. I am so freaking stoked, you guys. I want to know who this murderer is so badly. I have a couple of guesses in my head, but I am not 100% confident, and that is amazing. I think, honestly, I know I'm not at the ending of this book, but I think I'm gonna rate this book either 4 or 5 stars regardless, just because by this point I thought I was going to know who the murderer was, and I don't, and it's super fast paced, and I'm so intrigued. Like, I just feel like I wish I could read faster because I want to know so quickly. So like 100%, I'm going to be finishing that book today, and I'm going to start another book. So that's also exciting. However, I am taking a little break right now. I'm gonna wash off the makeup from my face. It's just kind of bugging my allergies, and I just want to get rid of that. So I'm gonna do that. I need to do the rest of my laundry. I need to go grocery shopping, so I do need to do some adult things today in the middle of all of this. So yeah, adult responsibilities, but I want to do it all before the sun goes down. It is currently like 5:15 p.m. I think. So I really need to do all this quickly, and then I'll come back, I'll join the reading sprint. I believe it's a 24-hour one, so I should be fine coming back into it. And then finishing Dark Places, starting the new one with the will generator that I spoke about. I'm also stoked about that. And yeah, so that's kind of the plan for today. So I'm gonna hop in the shower real quickly, and then I'll come back to you guys. Hello. Okay, so it is the next day. I did not finish Dark Places yesterday like I should have. I actually went grocery shopping. That took longer than expected, and then I just ran a few errands. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. No other excuses other than I had adult responsibilities and I needed to take care of those. But that doesn't mean that I didn't continue reading. Late last night, I woke up and I read like a couple of chapters, and I didn't feel like filming it because Alex was asleep right next to me, and I did not want to ruin his sleep, and he doesn't really like being on camera. So I didn't film all of that, but I am really super close to the end. So I'm going to pick it up today, and I know you can probably, I don't know if y'all can see the time. It's 7:33 p.m. I was supposed to do this earlier, and I don't know what happened, you guys, but for some odd reason, God was like, you're gonna have all the ideas for YouTube and for Instagram for the next like at least week or so. Basically, I was working on getting just, quite frankly, photos and thumbnails taken care of for future content that I'm going to do. Super excited for that. So I've already done my little monthly layout plan for that. I kind of know what I'm gonna read next, and I'm just super excited. Now, I am making dinner. So I have some pasta sauce right here. This is just, what is it? Hunt's traditional spaghetti sauce. I think the McCormick spaghetti seasoning mix, some ground beef, and then some other spices. And then I have some boiling water, and this is actually done. I need to put some pasta. So I have my pasta right here. I already cut it. Basically, just put that in there. So now I have pasta going. I'm going to wait for about 12 minutes. I like my pasta when it's kind of smooth, not al dente or firm. So that is going to be my dinner, you guys. I'm super excited. I'm gonna head over to my computer. Oh, that scared me. That is our microwave. It turns on automatically when there's a lot of heat under it. Great, love it. It's a Whirlpool microwave that does it. Let me get my phone. So, and my water, ugh. Okay, so I have pretty much dinner is almost done. I would say in the next 10-ish minutes, I'm gonna go and quite frankly eat something. All right guys, my spaghetti is basically done. I'm just mixing it very well. As you can tell, it's very hot. I think you can see the steam. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but super saucy how I like my spaghetti. And I know some people don't like to mix their spaghetti, but I do. And plus, I'm going to be the only one who's eating it. Cheers, guys. Oh man, guys, that spaghetti was so freaking good. Now it is time to finally finish Dark Places. I only have this much, which by the way, if you could hear noise, my fiance and our friend are watching some podcast. But yeah, so I have that much left, and I thought it would be very enjoyable to do this with the reading sprint. So don't know if y'all can see it, but Maddie uploaded a stream a couple, well actually 14 hours ago with Christy, Ro, and Jade, and so I am basically going to watch their stream and start reading. And I don't know guys, I think reading sprints really help me finish books early. Oh gosh, I am so close to my face. I'm so sorry, you guys. Without further ado, let's get reading. Hey guys, it's Monday. I know I was supposed to finish this vlog yesterday, but by the time I finished the book, it was like 1 in the morning. I was not going to edit that early. I have work today. It is Monday, start of a brand new week. So your girl is doing it now, but this will be uploaded later today. So this is very real time. After this, I'm going to edit it and put it up for you guys. So I really hope that you have enjoyed it thus far. So I have my thoughts in this very shiny and lovely book, and then here's the book itself. So I wanted to kind of just give you my viewpoint. So I'm going to be looking at this a lot, but I really want to get a few things out. Now, overall, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because it was that good. I know that a lot of the time, books that are murder mystery or suspense or what have you, they typically average 2 to 3 stars because you can either identify the murder early on, or there's just something that isn't as exciting or enticing about the book. But this one was, and I was quite frankly shocked. So we're gonna talk about the writing. So the writing was very to the point. Sorry guys, that's Hercules if you hear him. The writing was very to the point. There was no fluff, no fillers, which I think is very necessary in a book like this. It was easy to follow. I did not have to pull out a chalkboard to figure out, connecting the dots, who the murderer was. I could easily file everything in my head and just keep track of it that way. And that way I didn't have to spend a lot of time like kind of confused and intimidated by like, okay, what is going on in this book? Why can't I figure this out? But that's kind of a good thing though, that I was able to file everything in my head and I wasn't able to quickly identify the murderer. So that, I mean, that's at the top for me. Also, this book had a lot of cliffhangers. So each chapter, you were kind of left with wanting more because pretty much every chapter just had something like WTF in it. And you're just like, what the hell? Like, now I have to continue reading because, first of all, what did I just read? Did that really just happen? Okay, now I have to continue. So it was very fast paced. Again, I love the fact that it was a page gripper. Now we're gonna move on to the story. So I love that it was more character development than world building. And I think that was very necessary for a book like this. And to be quite honest, the way Gillian wrote it, I mean, she did obviously describe certain things in the world, you know, and I think it was the perfect amount because even though it wasn't that much world building, I was still able to picture almost like a movie in my head of what was going on. So I didn't really need that much detail. My brain could kind of just fill in the rest of it. And I loved that. I felt literally like I was watching a horror / spooky movie in my head. And sometimes this book did scare me, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. There were times where I put it down and I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little spooked. Let me come back to this in a few moments. And that was definitely the point with her writing. Again, another reason why I rated it 4 stars. So going on to kind of the main character and the other characters. So I loved the main character. She had a lot of faults, but to be honest, it wasn't her fault. Well, maybe, okay, maybe some of them, but she had some comical faults that, well, at least I thought were comical. So she liked stealing other people's belongings, primarily because she didn't like her own belongings because of the emotions attached to them on that fateful murder day. And so she liked to steal other people's things because she didn't really have an emotional connection with them, and therefore she could use them throughout her day without feeling bombarded with different types of emotions, whether it be anger or depression or sadness. And I just found it quite hilarious because there were times where like she would steal a salt and pepper shaker, and then now she has like several salt and pepper shakers, and she's hoarding lotions. And I just thought it was really cute, like the way she would describe it. And sometimes I kind of giggled here and there because I'm like, oh my god, she's so funny because she just like takes the most randomest things and she'll have off the beaten path thoughts, and you're just like, oh my god, like why? First of all, it's cool that you're telling me this. It just basically helped me learn her personality more, and so I really enjoyed that part, those little side bits. And Gillian also wrote other characters, I wouldn't even necessarily say in stereotypes. I really felt like every character had their own personality with their own faults and their own hidden agendas, and I enjoyed it, okay? Like, I honestly was expecting to have a few stereotypical characters in here, but I don't think I did. I had a lot of characters who felt very complex. So of course we follow her mom, obviously we have Libby, and then we follow her brother Ben, who has been in prison since the murders, and he is in there with life without parole. And so I enjoyed being kind of in their heads, and it was just kind of an eye-opener that each of these characters, like, you love them, but then they also have these crazy faults, and you're like, you kind of hate them, and then they make you angry, and then they make you sad. And I just felt like the way they were written was just so brilliant, because I was able to feel all of these emotions with these characters. Like, there were times with her brother especially where I would wholeheartedly agree with him and feel for him, and then he would do something and I'm like, what are you doing? And that's not even to mention the random side characters we had, like Trey and Deandra, who hung out with Ben, and Libby's dad, Runner. I mean, most of them I actually hated, or I found them annoying, but it was because she wrote them that way and I enjoyed it. Also with this novel, I would kind of also classify this as a coming of age, especially for Ben, because when the murders were happening, he was 15, and there were just some things that I was just like, wow, okay, he's serving life in prison, but there were things that he didn't know because of his age. So for example, his girlfriend Deandra, so they had a sexual relationship, and she was kind of like a liar, and she didn't, I mean, you couldn't really believe her. So sometimes things she would say, like, Ben just wouldn't believe her off the bat until it actually came true. And there is a part in the book where something had happened and it left him wondering, and it's kind of a coming of age because it's something, you know, I don't even want to go into it, but there is something that happened, because this is kind of like a key moment in the book for you guys. But there was something that happened and he didn't know how to deal with the situation. I'm like, wow, this is definitely how a 15-year-old would think. And so definitely coming of age. I would say for Libby, like, she was very young when this book happened, when the murders happened. I think she was 7, and then now she's like 32 or 33. And I could just really relate to her, because I'm not in my 30s yet, but I'm in my late 20s, and I could totally understand how her character was written, because there were some things that I could relate to and some things that, you know, obviously I couldn't because of her gruesome past. But I really thought that there were a lot of things happening. So we have the coming of age with Ben. We have her kind of going through the hardships of adulting, right? Like getting responsibilities, but also dealing with depression and a disturbed past, which I think a lot of us can relate to in some ways, though not, maybe, I'm hoping, not as gruesome as hers. So I really enjoyed that. There's one thing that kind of goes between the love category, the positive side, and then the negative category. And that, surprisingly, is I loved/hated that I couldn't figure out the murderer. So I loved it because up until the last few chapters, I had no clue who was doing this terrible tragedy. And I loved that because I was really scared that I was going to find out very early on just by my normal sleuthing skills in my head, but I didn't. And so I really enjoyed it. However, the negative side is that there is a huge reason why I didn't know who the murderer was, and it kind of threw me off guard. Now, if you've read to the end of this book, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. It was something that was super unexpected in a way, or at least I had no like vision in the future that this was going to happen, and so it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So if this part didn't occur, this book would have been a 5 out of 5 stars, but because of this, I rated it a 4 out of 5. And it just, I don't know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and so I wasn't expecting the murderer at all, and the reason it happened, and who kind of helped with it, quote unquote. And I was just like really baffled and kind of shocked. And also the only other negative I would say is that there was something else that happened while the murders were happening that I just thought was kind of too unrealistic, like such a coincidence that I was like, okay, I don't really think that this would happen. And so I had a hard time believing one part of that fateful day. And yeah, but other than that, I thought everything else was very positive. I really liked this book. I'm definitely going to read other things by Gillian Flynn. I know she has a few things out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to pick them up and really figure out, okay, like, is she gonna be one of those top authors for me? Because honestly, guys, this was up there for me. And if she has work that's just as good or even better, I think she's gonna be that one particular author that I will always gravitate towards in this type of genre, and I'm so here for it. Alright guys, so that concludes this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe if you want more content. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps my channel, and I thank you so much for doing so. And also don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you're constantly being reminded of when I drop videos. Also, I'll have my social media links down below in case you want to follow me further on other platforms. But yeah guys, I hope you have an incredible day wherever you are. I hope that your head is in an amazing book today. Bye guys.